Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and thank you all so much for being here and for all of your support. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one. We are going to see, how does your crush view you? In front of me I have 3 different options, each with a different image. Choose the one that really calls out to you, and don't go by the meanings of the cards, just choose the one that really calls out to you. Group 1 is the Strength card, Group 2 is the Empress, and Group 3 is the 8 of Swords. Okay, let's get started. Group number 1. So how does your crush view you? Okay, group number 1. So right away when I see this card, this immediately, like, your crush sees you like you don't take anything from anyone, okay? Like, you see right through people, and you're not the type to be fooled, okay? People might try to hand you a line, you know, say this or that to you, and you won't have any of it, okay? I feel like you guys are the type that really, it's kind of like you want to preserve your energy and only channel it. You only want to, like, spend your energy and focus on things that, you know, resonate with you. So it's kind of like you just won't bother, okay? You can detect BS a mile away with people, and so, like, if you're, you know, getting some kind of, like, yeah, so it's kind of like, you know, you only really associate with those that is, like, that you feel mean what they say, you know? So they see that, like, you guys are all about truth and honesty, and that's how you live your life, and so you expect it in return. So it's kind of like people that don't fit that end up falling away either way, or you cut them out, okay? I'm definitely getting a very blunt fierceness about you guys, and that's how your crush sees that. Like, they see you like that, okay? And yeah, I'm getting this vibe of, like, you stay true to yourself no matter what, okay? So I do feel like, you know, when it comes time to speak, you can be blunt, you know? Sometimes you guys say what people are thinking, but you know, other people don't want to rock the boat, but I feel like you guys will. And it's not necessarily to, like, you know, get a reaction out of people, maybe for some of you, but it's more so just because you guys are, like, being true to yourself, okay? You have this, like, integrity about you, and your crush sees that. And I feel like they find it refreshing, possibly a little intimidating, but, like, in a good way, like in an intriguing way, okay? So yeah. Also, okay, so with this card in particular, I'm getting that, you know, you guys are very mysterious people, okay? Yeah, I'm just getting that with this image here, that you guys, so even though when it comes down to speaking to somebody, you know, you're very upright and blunt, you can be, you're straightforward. I feel like, though, they kind of have to come to you, is how your crush sees this, okay? Because you guys kind of have this air of mysteriousness about you, where you're kind of in your own world, doing your own thing, and you don't really broadcast it necessarily unless it comes to you to do so, like on social media or, you know, through messaging or talking to people. But yeah, it's like you're content doing your thing in your own world, and it leaves your crush wondering about you, okay? Like, they wonder, what is it that you're up to? You know, they can't quite pinpoint or get a read on you, and I feel like that just makes them even more curious about you. So that's interesting, group 1, okay? And then also, okay, for some of you, I'm getting kind of like, with the death card being Scorpio, like, Halloween might even be, like, your favorite holiday, okay? And some of you might like to dress, you know, kind of like wear dark clothing is also coming through, or, like, stark makeup, you know, just something that's kind of like, woo, like, it stands out, it's different from how other people look, and I feel like that's intriguing to this person. So a bit of goth, you know, vibes going on, just like an edginess to you for some of you. Here's what's interesting, though, and then we have, like, the Sun card, and this is, like, the opposite. So I was like, okay, this is interesting. So now I'm getting, like, some of you might actually wear bright colors because of how bright and sunny, like, this card is, but that's not going to go for all of you. Okay, I'm still getting like this edgy, kind of rock starish goth vibe coming from you guys. But I feel like you guys are, what this is saying is like you have this upbeat persona though, regardless of, you know, what you look like, what you dress like, that, yeah, it's like you have this upbeat personality of that's just radiates with optimism and positive vibes basically. And I feel like when your crush is around you, like they feel uplifted just being in your presence or just hearing you speak, okay? Like you guys have that vibe of like anything is possible. Even if you don't feel like you do, I feel like when you show up and you're happy, that's all it takes, okay? Like that goes a long way, more than a lot of people realize, I feel. So yeah, you know, continue to be that upbeat, positive, playful like self because it's inspiring, I see. I just get all this light, which is interesting. Because I feel like some of you are definitely attracted to like, you know, and it's it feels like an artistic thing, like darker colors, you know, you might like, your creativity might come out at night. I don't even know that your crush knows this about you unless you guys have really messaged or talked, but yeah, that's like coming through. And yet you have this radiant vibe and energy, and I wouldn't be surprised if your aura didn't look like the colors in this card, okay? Yeah, so that's awesome. I like that, like the dualistic nature of this. Okay, so with this strength card here, I feel like you guys have a quiet confidence about you, okay? So you're not necessarily the loudest in the room, unless of course you're around people that you feel, you know, most like yourself. Then I do feel like you could be animated, but I am getting like a quiet confidence. Like you guys are the type that don't feel like you have to fill the silence. You don't always have to like be talking, you know, to have even a good time. I feel like you just have this like an inner strength that doesn't require you to always have to be talking, you know? So that's interesting. But like what you do say though is powerful. So yeah, you know, your crush sees that and I feel like they like that. Okay, so we also have the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Water. So, okay, I'm also seeing that your crush thinks you guys are intelligent with the Queen of Air, and this goes perfectly with the not taking anything from anyone, okay? Like really seeing through people, cutting through the BS, and just like really just vibing with those that you resonate with, okay? And spending your time with that which resonates with you. So yeah, you know, you're just, and you speak your mind when it comes to you to do so. So I feel like on one hand, like you speaking the truth is refreshing to this person because so many other people kind of beat around the bush and like they don't really, you know, it's just they come across as being inauthentic, and really it's probably just because they don't want to hurt other people's feelings. But it's kind of like you're like, well, the pieces will fall where they may, but at least everyone will know where I stand, you know? So that's interesting. And if you guys aren't quite like that yet, I feel like you will be, okay? And then with the Ace of Water, so I feel like your crush is crushing on you as well, and they do see like the potential that you two could have to be something, okay? So yeah, you know, they're feeling it too. Group 1. Okay, so this is interesting. You guys, they also see you guys as like an earth angel. So there is a part of you that seems really like, you know, like selfless and giving and just wanting the best for others and making sure that everybody is okay and taken care of. Okay, so I'm getting, that feels like it resonates with the Sun card there. Okay, so we have the Book, and that goes along with, you know, you guys coming across as being mysterious and having your own mysterious life. And I feel like your crush is just, they feel like, you know, they really want to like get to know you, I feel. Like they don't feel like they know you that well, but they're intrigued and they like what they know so far. I feel like they really want to like have like deep conversations with you though. So their interest is definitely piqued and they want to know more about you is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so with the Fox, you know, yeah, you guys are definitely seen to be, like I said, intelligent and clever and cunning. And I also feel like you're ambitious and you guys seem to be working on something. Like there's always some latest goal, I feel. And there's the Sun with Lenormand. okay, as well as the tarot. So again, like you guys are just this radiant light that I feel like lights up your crush, and they feel like, I'm just getting very smiley. Like I feel like their face lights up when they see you, and they just feel happy. Okay, so there is something coming through in regards to you and your crush and the timing not being quite right. So maybe they were seeing somebody at the time that you ended up meeting them, or you were seeing somebody at the time. And now I feel like that is over, or it's going to be over, okay? Because this person is showing up so strong with mutual feelings, I feel like, you know, something's in the work. That it wasn't the right timing, but I feel like it will be. So that's interesting to see, group one. Okay, so some of you come across like you are in the spotlight, or it's when you do post on social media, you might get a lot of attention. So this person knows that and sees that about you. Like you guys are admired, you know, you're liked by others. So they know, you know, they got some competition. Like you guys definitely have your fans and followers, if you know what I mean. So, I mean, yeah, you know, you get attention. So I don't feel like any jealousy though from this person. Like this person's pretty secure within themselves. In fact, I'm getting kind of like a quiet confidence within them too. So I don't feel like they have to like overdo anything, or like, you know, be super talkative or just show off to get attention. I feel like they just kind of show up and people take notice as well. Like you both kind of have that energy about you. All right, so there's also this theme with you guys loving freedom and feeling free when you are with somebody. And I feel like your crush is the same way. So you guys are both like, you both thrive when you have like your own things going on in your own life, and then you end up seeing your person. Okay, so there's definitely this interesting like mirroring going on between you and your crush. Okay, so for some of you, your crush is feeling like you guys are kind of in denial about your feelings. So they might feel like, okay, like I know you want me, but you are definitely coming across like you don't want them. And that could just be you guys playing the game. And I feel like, you know, so it kind of could give them a bit of mixed messages. Like one minute they think, yeah, you know, like the sun card, you are all about this. And then the next minute you might back off, or like, you know, you don't text the same or at all, or something's going on where there's a bit of like back and forthness I'm getting. And they think, you know, it's just you guys not kind of owning the extent to which you are feeling this connection with them. But I don't feel like this person, like, it's not really bothering them that much. I just feel like I just think, though, it's definitely there, though. It's showing up like that. Okay, so this is interesting. So my She-Wolf card came out for you guys, which tells me, like, I feel like you guys have, like, this professional persona when you're at work or around certain people. And then when it comes time, you know, either when you're off work or you're going out, it's like you guys know how to let loose and have fun. Okay, so that's like my She-Wolf. Okay, like you guys feel like, yeah, you know, there's a time for everything. There's a time to be professional, and there's a time to let loose. Okay, and yeah, I'm definitely getting that vibe too with this Strength card in particular. And I feel like, you know, if they know that side about you, like, let's say you're going out or you're partying, they're like, woo, this person's wild, but they're intrigued by that, okay? Like, I feel like you guys can, like, then be the life of the party, and it's just, like, a real fun, good time, okay? So it's, and even if you don't do any of that, okay, that just represents that there is that part of you, like I said, once you're done being professional, you are, like, you come alive and you're animated, and you just make any moment feel fun, basically. So your crush is definitely thinking about you guys a lot, okay? So whatever it is you're doing and how you're being, they can't get you off their mind right now. So if you were wondering about that, yes, I do see that this feeling is mutual with your crush, okay? So, oh, that's interesting to see, group one. Okay, group number one, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Group number two. Okay, so how does your crush view you? Okay, group number two. So right away, what's coming to me when looking at these cards is that depending on how well your crush knows you, or if you've mentioned this or not, I feel like they know that you guys have either gone through some kind of a hardship, or a breakup, okay? Like you thought this person was the one, and you know, it ended and you've had to get over it. And I see that you guys, you know, some of you might still be in the process of getting over somebody, but I feel like for the majority of you, I see that, you know, you guys are really moving past this now and, you know, entertaining the idea of giving new love a chance, okay? And I feel like your crush, they know this about you, if they know this, you know. But either way, you guys, you do come across like, you know, you have gone through something that was hard, but you rose above it, okay? Like the phoenix rising from the ashes, that's you guys. And now it's like you're the boss. You're the boss of your own life, okay? You've got your power back. And you are even wiser now after everything that you've gone through, okay? So this is a very triumphant group. And you're, yeah, you keep getting better, you keep elevating, okay? So I really do see that your crush sees you guys like an inspiration, honestly, a very strong, wise person. And I also see that you guys, you know, you also come across like you're a hustler, you know, you're very ambitious, you're goal driven, and if anything, I feel like your person thinks, you know, with the Four of Swords here, kind of like, hey, make sure to take time out for yourself, you know, get some rest, you know, stay balanced, like, and it's just out of care. Like, I feel like there's a caring for you, okay? So, but they also know, you know, you're grown, you're gonna do what you want to do, and you know what's best for you ultimately. It's just kind of like, you know, they want to make sure though that you aren't burning yourself out, basically. Okay, so if you guys are feminine, I feel like, you know, you, with the Empress here, you come across your crush as really like embracing your femininity, okay? I feel like, and even if you hadn't before, let's say, I feel like you're stepping into this new wavelength of where you are just embracing who you are, you're embracing your feminine qualities, and I feel like you're dressing a little different. Okay, just like trying different things out and like seeing what you like, you know, like kind of mixing it up is the feeling. So maybe you're wearing a dress if you don't normally wear dresses, okay? Like just something like that is coming through, and I feel like you're tapping into your power by doing so, okay? And if you are a guy watching this, I feel like you're really coming across as, you know, really tapping into your masculine side. I feel like though, if you guys are, you know, being that you're here, I feel like the masculines watching this are, I feel like you're pretty balanced with your feminine and masculine energy, okay? And that's like why you're in tune and you know about these videos. But either way, I feel like you're really embracing though, like your masculine side, okay? So like kind of, you know, like maybe wearing some form-fitted clothing, just kind of like just really showing up, you know, being like, hey, this is who I am and I'm gonna own it, you know, like, yeah, it's like being proud of how far you've come is the feeling for both of you. So yeah, and your crush notices this, okay? So that's amazing to see, guys. Also, I feel like male or female, you guys have recently or have been diving into something like full force, okay? And it's like just, you know, all this creativity is pouring through you guys lately, and I feel like, you know, run with that, okay? That's kind of a side note, but yeah, so like all these inspired ideas are hitting you, and it's like you are executing them, and I feel like it's gonna take you far. Either way though, your crush sees you guys as being this creative person. And I feel like you guys are about to, or you have started to take your creativity to a whole nother level, okay? So maybe you're getting paid for like some kind of creative artwork that you do, okay? I'm just getting something where you're upping the ante, okay? Or maybe you're in the spotlight. Like this is gonna be different for all of you, okay? Wherever it is that you are, the area that you're diving into, okay? And even if it's in the spotlight, I would say it's still the unconventional path though. So your crush, if they know this about you, they see this and they admire it, okay? So yeah, and also with the Page of Water, you know, that as well as my artistic card came out, which tells me, yeah, you guys, you know, you're really starting to, I like almost want to say like dance glide, you know, flow down this path that feels way more authentic to you guys than however you were living before. And I really do see a future in this path that you're, you know, embarking on. So your crush, you know, it's going to vary for all of you, like how much they know about you, like if they know this about you, but I do feel like they get a sense, like even if they don't know this about you, like we all kind of know on some level that like you guys are definitely like kind of an unconventional free spirit, but in a modern way is what I'm seeing. Okay, so not like necessarily a hippie way or something, but like, yeah, free spirit in a modern way, working on yourself as well as your future. Okay, you guys are, like I said, like you're leveling up, you're elevating, you're just really making a life for yourself. Okay, so that's amazing to see, guys. I feel like you're really on a roll lately. And it's just like the energy you exude. Like, so like I said, whether they actually know this or not about you, it's like on some level they do know. Like you're up to something and you're doing, you know, something that other people aren't doing, you know. Okay, so yeah, okay. But the more, so if you guys are like posting about this stuff and your crush follows you on social media of any kind, you know, I feel like you guys just come across as being this fiery, passionate person, like a fire sign, whether you are one or not, okay? And kind of a performer personality is what I'm getting. And I feel like you inspire and ignite this flame, this passionate flame within your crush as well. It's like you're unconsciously giving them permission to do what it is that they're passionate about, okay? So yeah, guys, like you never know the ripple effect, the positive ripple effect that you have on others, so keep it up. Okay, so I feel like, you know, deep down, I feel like your crush feels this connection to you as well, okay? And I say deep down because I feel like there's a part of you both that is kind of holding back on this connection for some reason, so maybe it doesn't feel that practical right now. Yeah, and I see that you both kind of feel like you're at a crossroads and you have to make a decision. So that's interesting, group two. And one of you in particular is really the one who's holding back on this. Okay, so I feel like it's kind of 50-50. For some of you, this is you that's kind of guarded, and for others of you, it's your crush. I'm actually leaning a little bit more towards you guys, though. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, it's kind of like, and it could be because of that heartbreak, you know? It's kind of like you were chasing after, not, I don't want to say chasing, but maybe for some of you, like the ex connection that never was like meant to be, kind of like the carrot on the stick analogy. And now it's kind of like after healing and moving on, you're like, yeah, the last thing I want to do is get hurt again, so I'm not even sure about my crush. Okay, so yeah, that could be even the decision that you feel like you have to make. Because maybe you guys are at this point of talking to this person and it's kind of like you're both like, okay, so are we doing this or not? Okay, that could be for some of you. And I feel like, you know, a part of you feels like, oh, they could be the key to releasing my heart from this cage, but there could be still that part of you that's kind of fearful, okay? That's what I'm seeing. And for others of you, this is going to be reversed, okay? That's actually going to be your crush, even if you did go through that breakup and hardship. I feel like it could be them, though. That's the one that's holding this new connection from really taking off. Yeah, because we also have the ghost card, which tells me, you know, that you guys most likely have talked to your crush then, but the communication is spotty or like here or there. And one of you just is kind of like letting the communication not continue, okay? I'm just getting like, yeah, kind of an interested and then backing off, you know? So that's interesting. Okay, so this is also coming through strong. So with both of these people right here, and in fact, she's not looking up either, but these two in particular look like, you know, they're sleeping. Their eyes closed and they're kind of curled up in that fetal position. It's kind of like your crush thinks, like I was saying earlier, that you guys are doing so much lately or have been through a lot on top of doing a lot that they feel like you need more sleep is what's coming through. Okay, but don't get me wrong. I do feel like this person finds you guys to be attractive, okay? Like tired or not, you know, like they see you, okay? You guys are strong, independent type of people who are ambitious and doing your thing and really tapping into that creativity. And it's kind of like, you know, yeah, no matter what you do. I feel like, okay, so with her hair thrown up like that. I feel like you guys are the type too that would like rock, like just this real casual look, no makeup, and your person would find you to be just as attractive. In fact, your person might even like less makeup, is what I'm getting for some of you. So it's interesting to me. And yeah, overall, I feel like, you guys are attractive. It doesn't matter what you do. Whether you do your hair or makeup, doesn't matter. You are a natural beauty, is what I'm seeing. Okay, so my Ashanti, only you, got me doing things I never do. So that's how your crush feels when they're around you, okay, or when they're thinking about you. It's kind of like, you got them crushing again, feeling the butterflies, and like they want to listen to love songs, and I think that is so cute. And I feel like that's what they mean by like, you got me doing things I never do. Okay, they might even be more outspoken because of you guys. Like I'm just feeling like this new burst of confidence and energy and enthusiasm for life again. So yeah, that's interesting, group two. I feel like this person is on the same page as you. You guys could possibly have like an obstacle, and that is the reason this card, the decision card, is coming up. But either way, I feel like, it looks like the feelings are mutual though. It's just about really taking that leap of faith, with that page of water, and like, which always gives me like the full vibes, just taking the leap of faith and seeing what happens, Okay, group number two, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Hey, group number three. Okay, so how does your crush view you? Okay, so those of you who chose group number three, very distinct, specific messages came through. So if you don't feel like this fits you and your person, feel free to choose another group, okay? Okay, so with that being said, your person right away, your crush views you guys as being really attractive is what I'm seeing, okay? With this card, I'm just getting like, yeah, like they feel like, your face is symmetrical, your body is amazing, and just the way that you guys are, it just exudes sexy, okay? Yeah. So you have like this alluring energy and way of being is what I'm seeing. So looks wise and the way you act, this person can't get enough of you guys, okay? Now what's interesting is I feel like for some of you, your person is, your crush is your ex, okay? And if you guys, for the rest of you, okay, so even if you were never in a relationship with this person, it's like you either were involved in some way, okay, so it could have been like a fling or friends with benefits or just talking, okay, and it feels like one of you ended up with somebody else and it kind of felt like a breakup, okay, so take what resonates with that. Either way though, I'm definitely getting like, more than almost like how your crush views you. For this group, it's kind of like how your person views you because it's an ex or somebody you were with, okay? Yeah, that's the vibes that are coming through. So I feel like this person feels like though you guys aren't seeing something eye to eye with them with this blindfold on, and this being the Eight of Swords. So it's kind of like you guys are caught up in your own way of viewing the connection with this person, and they feel like you're not willing to see things the way that they do, and really, I'm just getting like shut the door on the past with the World card and come forward, with your arms wide open. So I feel like this person feels like, kind of like I'm getting like you guys are being stubborn is the feeling. Okay, I'm getting a lot of mixed messages, honestly, from this person. So I feel like they go back and forth in their mind with how even they choose to view this connection with you. So they're projecting onto you what they're going through as far as this connection with you goes. It's kind of a love-hate, honestly, okay? Yeah. Okay, so on one hand, I feel like, when you guys were together, it was like the happiest of times, and they felt like, like life was magical, and just the happiest they ever were with the World card. Like you guys were their world is what I'm seeing. And there's a part of them that allows them to go there again in their mind, and they feel like, oh my gosh, like if we could just get back what we had, like everything would be right in my world again. Like I would feel amazing. But the current energy is the Hermit, so it's kind of like you both are kind of sticking to yourselves right now and working on yourselves and healing and moving forward, as well as tapping into your spirituality, I feel, with the Hermit card. Nonetheless, that energy though of doing your own thing and being by yourself intrigues this person to want to know more. Like, what's going on with you? Have you moved on? Do you miss them? So I do feel like they're definitely checking out your social media or whatever it is that they can, you know, to see like what's up with you. Especially if you two aren't messaging much or at all. And then with the Six of Cups reversed, I feel like, you know, I get the feeling that whatever this disconnect was between you guys, and I'm definitely seeing this cutoffness with this card, it's like it flipped their world upside down, okay? So like for me, that Six of Cups is like, yes, you know, like that I've come home feeling that soul recognition, like you are like that soulmate type of connection. Well, when this was cut off, it was like they were cut off. They felt like their soulmate was gone, you know, like, and all was wrong in their world. So they do feel like, you know, if you two got back together, on one hand, it's like they feel like all would be right in their world. But there's a little bit more to it than that, as we'll see here. Yeah, okay, and then we have the Ten of Cups reversed as well, which to me is very similar to the Six of Cups reversed. It's like your guys' fairy tale was dashed, okay, due to something that happened. Okay, so it's almost as though one of you pulled away and the other guy kind of came forward and might have been jealous, but kind of came across as kind of clingy, and there just was such an imbalance with this connection due to some kind of shift that it ended up ending between you guys. So that's interesting. For some of you, I feel like it was you that might have done something that got this person all insecure and acting kind of like just super kind of, they came across as like being too clingy or, you know, needy, and I feel like you cut this off, or they ended up having enough and they cut it off, and you were like, what? I'm just getting like this feeling of like, for others of you it could be reversed though, okay? It's a general reading, so take what resonates with that. I'm actually getting that I feel like your independence kind of intimidates this person. Like they're used to feeling wanted and needed and having people, like this person likes people like spelling it out for them. They like to know for sure that you won't go anywhere, and you guys aren't like that, okay? You are like spiritual badasses who are independent, and it's like, you know, you guys come across like you don't need no man or woman, even if you want one. And it intimidated this person, and I feel like they might have even been the one to pull away. Okay, I'm just getting this strange, like, weird dynamic of like somebody got intimidated and ended up compensating by going too far with something, and it ended because of it. Yeah, they see you guys as being alpha, okay? Like confident, dominant people. And I feel like this person is intrigued by that and intimidated by that, okay? And they're intimidated when they don't feel up to par, okay? When they don't feel like their confident self and they're rooted in their insecurity, they're intimidated. Okay, so for those of you that this is a new person and not somebody you were with or involved with or an ex, this just represents that this person sees that you went through or are going through a hardship with letting go and healing from a past connection with your ex, okay? But they do see you as being strong and coming out on top and really closing the chapter on that person. And I feel like diving into your spirituality, okay, with the Hermit here. But yeah, like they know that your world got flipped upside down though, okay? And it's kind of like you guys are finding your footing again. Whether your crush is an ex or somebody new, like your crush sees that. I kind of feel like your crush currently though sees you guys like you don't really want anything to do with them, even if you do, okay? I'm just getting like this feeling of like, with this card and this card, the Hermit, it's kind of like, you know, I'm cool doing my own thing. I don't want to be bothered. And if I kind of like you have this vibe, like if it comes to me to hit you up, you'll hear from me. And if not, well, then you won't, you know? Okay, this has also come through that your guys' crush likes to watch you dance. So those of you that your crush has seen you dance, they like it, okay? I'm also seeing, like, for those of you that this is a newer connection, it's almost more like this person feels like you guys could use a break and they want to take you away from your troubles and like on a vacation is the feeling I'm getting. Because I feel like you've gone through a lot and you're currently going through a lot with a lot of responsibility and juggling things. And they just kind of like want to swoop you up, I feel like, and take you somewhere where you can like just relax is the feeling I'm getting. So I'm definitely getting the impression though that this person is highly physically attracted to you guys. So, you know, if this is an ex, they're definitely missing that about you two and, you know, thinking back to the times with you. And I'm just feeling like it kind of drives them crazy, okay? Yeah. But as far as like a relationship goes with you, I'm kind of getting the impression they feel like a relationship with you would be a gamble, is what I'm seeing. So as much as I feel like a part of them really wants to get back with you guys, another part of them feels like it's too risky, it's too much of a gamble, like you'll hurt them again. Okay, I'm getting like heartbreaker vibes. So your person is currently like waiting on a sign or inspiration, I feel, to kind of, you know, be the guiding light and the answer to what they should do in regards to you guys. Because I feel like you're both kind of in this strange situation where you're not sure. Like you both still feel highly connected and you still have feelings for each other, but it's like neither one of you knows currently what to do. Like, should you move forward with this connection or not, is the impression I'm getting. It's kind of like, I'm honestly getting the impression that you guys brought so much color to this person's world, okay? And with the green standing out to me in particular, it's like they felt like, you know, like all this love for you. But I'm kind of getting the impression with these birds around her head, I know that represents like thoughts in regards to this deck, but for me in particular, I feel like you guys, it's kind of almost got that feeling of like you were pulled in a lot of different directions when you were involved with this person, and it's kind of like, I'm honestly feeling like there was something that you guys were doing that was like you were starting to take off with some kind of idea or, you know, creative project or a new area of life, and this person's just like, they didn't feel like they were there, like they didn't match that in life, and I feel like their insecurities came up. Fear and insecurities came up and they like sabotaged this connection if this was an ex. Yeah, so that's interesting, group 3. And for others of you, you know, it's possible that it had nothing to do with that, but it had to do with another person, okay? That's what I'm seeing with these 2 cards. And that, you know, that might have ended your connection with this person. But the fact that they came up as your crush tells me that you guys aren't over them and they're not over you either. So that's interesting. They just don't know if you would be on the same page as them. Okay. Because yeah, they feel like for whatever reason that you guys are the gamble in this situation. So it's almost like as much as this broke their heart, they can't let go of this connection either. So even if somebody else is more practical and this person has tried to move on, they can't let go of you, group 3. There's just something about you, okay? Some kind of magnetic connection that you two share that this person can't let go of. Like everything reminds them of you, and I feel like their heart just, they don't open it up with anyone new like they did with you, okay? As well as there was something, the chemistry, the physical attractiveness, okay? Like that you guys had that it doesn't compare either. Like anyone new doesn't compare. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right. Bye, guys.